Hi, I'm wearing a suit coat with blue jeans, and today I'm going to teach you the ins and outs of your home computer. Step 1 of taking your computer apart is finding any room in your house with a sign that says Live, Laugh, Love. All of the best results come from this particular spot for me personally, but any Live, Laugh, Love sign will do. So what's a computer without a case? Today I have this Dell case from my basement. We have a Dell B4MCRH11. Particularly good if you had $30 to pay for a computer case in 2004. And of course it wouldn't be a computer without a motherboard or two. I actually have no idea which one goes in this. Okay, now that we have our motherboard determined, we just kind of throw that in there for good measure. When installing your motherboard, always be sure that your I/O pins line up with the I/O shield on the back of the board. It should just fit in there snugly onto the motherboard risers in the case, like so. Now that we have our case, our motherboard, and our processor, we're going to be running to the power supply, graphics card, and RAM units. You can see that the processor fan, the CPU cooler's on top of the CPU, which is down there, a little block about that big, runs all your programs for you. Isn't that just neat? It's always important to choose the right power supply for your computer. This one is so much newer than this motherboard, it's almost not even funny. So an experienced computer assembler would have installed this power supply first because it's mounted at the top of the case. And since I just have poor foresight, it's going in right now. All these cables can just go away for a minute. For the purposes of this demonstration, we're not going to be using any screws because I don't have any on hand. A graphics card is another important thing to have in some machines. This is a ATI Radeon X1300, which is about bottom of the line when it first came out. This installs into these PCI Express slots like so. RAM is super important to have in your computer. It can allow you to open several tabs on Google Chrome. The problem is I have no idea if it's DDR3 or DDR4 RAM. You can see right here, this is DD2, which is not going to help us at all. So this right here is a single stick of 1 GB DDR3, I'm pretty sure, RAM. So you always want to start with your first stick furthest away from the processor, as it runs most efficiently through most operating systems. You want to press on both sides firmly until you hear those snaps. Just like that, you've got 1 GB of RAM. All right, all that's left to do now is plug all this in. All these cables route to only one spot on the board. Cable management is for the weak. Put all these cables in, and then we still need storage. Unfortunately, I'm all out of floppy disks, but this 160 GB little tiny hard drive, little laptop hard drive, will probably get you about 38% of Warzone. And just like that, you have built a computer. It's really that simple.